Good morning, Scorpio. Welcome to your weekend read for April, what is this, the 24th, 25th, something like that. You know, I never really know the date. I'm always kind of winging it on that. So anyways, weekend read, Sun, Moon, Rising in your Venus, Cross Watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel. You know, discern the messages accordingly. Let's see, personal reads are open and available. Channel memberships are open. And on that note, I had a lady who we've been communicating back and forth on and off for a while about the membership thing, that it doesn't seem to come up on the app. So if you are on your phone, one, if you have Android, and two, if you have iPhone, they don't seem to work the same way, of course. Why would we get along and do the same things? And two, if you go from an app to the laptop or your computer and log into YouTube, that way it should pop up for you. Technology is fantastic, right? So I think we have a little more clarity. It's not anything that the channel has done wrong or anything that we're missing. It's just technology being technology. So, all right. So with that, let's see here, Scorpio. What some of you could be getting, like, I'm going to say some of you, one of you, like, I don't know. I went to sit down. I almost feel like I'm getting staples or something. I don't know why. So just be mindful of, you know, injury this weekend or anything silly that, you know, it's like watch when you're cutting food or, you know, doing a task around the house or, I don't know, just, it doesn't seem major. It just seems like little simple things too, right? Pay attention to feelings, sensations as well. You know, lots of little things, Scorpio, lots of little things. Before I turn the camera on, something else that I heard from Spirit too that caught my attention was I'm going to call it, I hate to say disappointments, right, Scorpio? But for lack of better words, disappointments of you healing. And that sounds weird, right? Because it's like, shit. And I think part of it is like the acceptance of healing, the acceptance of understanding what leaving behind certain things means, or how much you change and other people maybe choose not to change, or how uncomfortable or lonely it can feel in, you know, becoming this better higher self, if that's what we want to call it. Scorpio, the new moon is in Taurus, which is our equal and opposing sign, right? Is this Saturday, Sunday. I keep getting my days mixed up this week. And of course, channel members, that there will be a reading out for you. Last time I did it for everybody, but this will be strictly channel members. So if you're not a channel member, become a channel member. But so it's I don't know, Scorpio. It feels to me as if there's some looking at things, looking at people in your life, realizing you're probably far more particular too as to who you're choosing to be a part of your life. And that may make you, you know, where you would usually have, I don't know, 10 people around you, maybe you have 2. So it's like, I like these people, but, or I like this person, or, you know, whether it's romantic, platonic, work, whatever it is. But I see these things with this person, and I don't know that I could truly let that person in. So it does feel like there's some sort of emotional reserve happening this weekend, Scorpio, some introspection, some retrospection, a lot of reviewing of things, and seeing people too in hindsight of where you are and where they are, and wanting to be where you are and finally being where you are, but looking at it with some kind of melancholy of like, I don't know. Spirit, be grateful. Be grateful for where you are, and understand that this is just another, gosh, Scorpio gets so tired, right? Another transition period. Okay, and I think Pluto, what else happens? We have the new moon in Taurus. We'll have the full moon in Scorpio. What is that, around the 20th, I think, of the month, maybe? No, it's too far out. I don't know. Mid-May. May's getting ready to show up for us, right, here in a few days. Pluto is going retrograde in Aquarius. It'll stay in Aquarius, but it'll be retrograde in Aquarius. There's some other things happening too. But yeah, there's some stuff. And Pluto is one of our ruling planets, right? Our traditional being Mars. Pluto, I hate to call it secondary because we really do sit in that Pluto energy. So we'll see. We'll see what comes up here, Scorpio. But let's jump into your weekend read, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's see what's going on for you. I started to get the signs out, all the different signs for May of 2025. So do know that those are coming to you accordingly. And if you have other placements, which obviously you do, or if you have someone who's looking to watch for another sign, those will be, they're slowly making their way out before May begins this time. All right, Scorpio. Spirit for Scorpio, Scorpio Collective, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever dates they may be, right? For Scorpio, Spirit for Scorpio, need to know the World card. You know, this is a rebirth, Scorpio, into a new way of living, being, doing, more so seeing the world around you. As I say, that Six of Wands, you really have, I couldn't make it up. The Magician, damn it, the Hermit and the Magician. Two of Wands, where do I go from here? Ace of Pentacles, what is going to be the greatest opportunity that can be given to me? I do think for some reason, Scorpio, this weekend, as you're looking at different things, could be, you know, hell, it could be even just weekend plans. Which thing is going to be the most fulfilling for me? What do I need to do? I do feel like there's some irritability, some uncomfortability in something as well, even with these beautiful cards showing up. But it's a spiritual construct, Scorpio, of how much your soul has come to know, how much you're so much more aware than you used to be. So the overall energy here being the World card, right? You've finished something. These, now, I will say in Spirit, thank you. It feels a little, Spirit's telling you to take a lighthearted approach to, you could be wrapping up a project at work. You could just be wrapping up some Little League games or something. You could be, I don't know, getting some yard work done. This feels, I don't want to call it minor, but it's something that's been pressing on you. So you could be wrapping up, I don't know, projects, little things, and going, whew, finally, you know, I tied the loose ends up on that, or shit, that argument's over. Like, it almost feels like there's a bunch of little things that could have just been like, you know, part of your weekly schedule, and you're trying to get the laundry done, right? Or you got to go and return that thing to Lowe's, or, you know, whatever it is. But it's like, it's just the stuff that seems to be on the back of your, you know, I don't want to say it's not on the back burner, but it's definitely in the back of your mind going, I need to get these things accomplished. And I do see some accomplishments happening over this weekend. Some of you could be traveling, but you're making great progress. You're intuitive. Listen, Scorpio, trust that intuitive ability, right? Queen of Cups, you know, I almost feel like some of you are looking to either nurture or be nurtured as well this weekend. Friday being a day of Spirit is trying to say rest. I don't know. There's like some sort of relief, Scorpio, that's coming in that goes, shit, maybe I can feel a little bit here. Spirit, heartfelt conversations with others may be the thing that triggers you to look inside yourself a little more as to how heart space opened you are to things and or people and situations. As I say that, there's Temperance in the Star, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Spirit, Two of Swords, repartnering, Spirit, with yourself, but also with others. And when I say repartnering, it doesn't have to be with people that already exist in your life, but I do think there are some who you may be seeing, reconnecting with, acknowledging, asking yourself too, where you could be a little nicer, a little kinder, a little more open to things. Spirit is showing me the Grinch, and I don't know if this is a line from the Grinch or not, but they're going, his heart grew 3 sizes. His heart grew 3 sizes, Scorpio. Because of something, Spirit, something you're doing. You're having some sort of alchemization with love, life, people, personal awareness, Scorps, and I think your kind generosity of who you can be really does open people up to a softer side of life and probably a really cruel world. I hope that makes sense. And I think that there's a very stinger type part of Scorpio, right? We know this. But there's also a very loving, nurturing, caring kind of person that evolves out of Scorpio too. What side of us you get tends to be upon the person, right, that we're dealing with. But there is something that is persuasively showing other people to leave an old way behind, Scorpio. And it's kind of like you're some sort of conduit or some sort of messenger from above. You may not see yourself that way, but you seem to be some sort of messenger that by the way of how you do, I think some of you could be speaking poetry, right? Some of you could be writing poetry. But the words, the way that they sound to other people, or the way that you come across, or your softness could sound like sweet poetry is what I'm hearing. I keep hearing the sweet, sweet music, the sweet, sweet sound. It's your delivery. And Scorpio, I think maybe in the weekly I talked about something about it's the way you deliver the message or something like that. It could have been for another sign. I read for a couple of them. But it is the way in which you relay that information, right? So however you're relaying something to other people, you've just got a draw or a magnetism about you that goes, shit, Scorpio, you're genuine, right? Scorpio really means what they say, or Scorpio is really, you give them a pep talk, or hey, like, don't give up right now. People are really listening to you, right? They're seeing some sort of comfort in you. And I don't think that it's a bad comfort, Scorpio. It's like you're kind of, Spirit, thank you. You're in your element for some reason. And I don't know if it's just a piece of like, the irony of that. Spirit, stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. That's an old song. Was it Buck Owens? Oh my God, I'm really showing like what I grew up on. Holy smokes. But there's a song way back in the day, and I'm talking, it's might have been 60s. I don't even know. Stop the world and let me off. And was that Jennings? Waylon Jennings? I'm not even sure. Anyhow, it talks about, it says, stop the world and let me off. I'm tired of going round and round. Scorpio, you're tired of going round and round with people, things, experiences. Same old shit, different day. I feel like you're not following the masses. You're not following the crowd. You're following yourself. And you're willing to turn your back to all of these things. Thank you, Spirit Saturday. That you're willing to turn your back to all of these things. Good, that, I'm doing it my way. Is that not a, not classical? Is that Sinatra? I did it my way. Lots of music coming through this weekend for you, Scorpio. I did it my way. Spirit, I did it the unconventional way. I'm doing it on my terms. Scorpio, there's something that you know that you're not going to sit with if it doesn't feel right to you. And I think the part of this for you this weekend is, with this new moon, is not really knowing what it is that you want. Because there's, I hate to call it confusion, but it's like you don't see the options. It's like going into an ice cream shop and they ask you what kind of ice cream you want, but they don't have their menu selection, strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, moose tracks, s'mores, cotton candy, whatever. Spirit is literally going, praline, praline. Somebody must like praline. I don't know. Praline, praline. Okay. But it is like you don't know what your options are, right? It's like going, yes, I'll take that job. What job? Like, what are my choices? Or I'll take that position. What are my choices? It's like you don't see the choices that you have in front of you. Quite yet, Spirit, quite yet. And that could be causing a little bit of confusion as well, right? Spirit, there's something new coming to the surface though, Scorpio. I don't know what that means precisely, but something new is coming. For Scorpio, please, Spirit, this weekend. The Five of Swords, selfishness, cunning, betrayal. Others of you this weekend. And I'm going to say, Unless Spirit directs me to a specific day over the weekend, I'm not going to lay claim to the days. Just know that the energy fits as it does, right? Five of Swords, this is a separate issue. These two are, okay, thank you, Spirit. We're going to address that issue. You're dealing with somebody, some of you, in a situation that, this could be a little bit of battle of the egos, home space, the Lover's choices, Gemini energy. I do think that there's some frustration around a particular situation. There's definitely at least three people involved in the initial beginnings of, when I'm looking at these cards, you know, they got the Five of Swords has 3 people on it. You got the Four of Wands has 2 people on it. The Lovers has 2 people on it. It's like, what do you want to be chained to? Right? There's 3 people. It's third party. But I think, interestingly enough, there's a background of, I thought we put this to bed. Right? I thought, like, here's the situation, here's the background. I thought that this was a done deal. We've settled things in the past. And yet here it's just, it's almost like the Four of Wands coming into the Lovers. It's like circling, and I'm going to kind of cover them up a little bit. We've gone from this to this. We've gone from togetherness and happiness to now we've got some choices to make. And I do feel, Scorpio, this Nine of Swords, Eight of Cups is kind of like, Scorpio, what the hell? With the Tower, seriously, the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Cups, the Tower, the Seven of Swords, there's the 8. Is everything that I've done here been fucking fruitless? Has it been pointless? I've learned a lot, right? I like the fact that you're learning a lot and you've reconciled, you've done a lot of healing work around a particular situation as well. However, somebody's bringing it back to the forefront on a situation here, and it's like now we need to make this, Spirit, okay, thank you, Spirit. This could also just be like an energetic attunement, right? It's like taking your car to get it tuned up. Do we do that anymore? I don't even know all these computer things, if that's a thing, but, you know, let's get some new spark plugs, Scorpio. Let's go get an oil change. You know, I don't know. Like, there's something here that's changing, and there needs to be some fine adjustments to those changes as well. But you're dealing with a person or people who they're frustrated, they misrepresent what they say or do. God darn, they seek your failure, Scorpio. Like, damn it. Like, you know, I'm going to say this today. Like, I'm feeling rather like, what the fuck? If you are a cross watcher for Scorpio, just why? You know, maybe this is a spiritual lesson for this person or this situation, Scorps, that you're dealing with, and if they are cross watching, like, what is it about Scorpio that you can't stand? You know, what is it about that person that just you can't let go of? In Scorpio, it's a double-sided obsession. It's something you want off of, something you want to let go of, and yet somebody won't let go of you. It's like, leave me the fuck alone, right? Get out of my face. I don't want to talk about it. We've had this conversation. We're done. Let me go. Just let me go. I don't know. It's crazy, Scorpio. The Lovers comes back in and it's like, boom. Like, we're not done here. 9-10. We're not done here. Nine of Swords. Leave me alone. Like, just God, let me have some peace. Like, do you ever stop? You know, I don't know if any of you have been in a situation where people won't let you be. It's like, you know, or if you've just been in a moment where there's pure chaos and everybody's calling your name and you're trying to do 1,000 things and you're just like, what? Right? Like, you're having this moment of, Scorpio, I don't think that you're going, you know, that kind of thing. But I do think that you're like, when the fuck does this stop? Pardon my coffee hiccups. When do we quit this? Because these are choices, right, we're making at this point. There's choices that we're making at this point, and we just won't stop. It's like, it can't stop, it won't stop. Like, just why, right? The why of that. Change decks as an 8 of Swords. Scorpio, I don't think you know what to do with a particular situation at this point. Like, you've given all you've got to give. 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 4 of Cups. It's like it's coming in. Page of Swords. You're waiting on. Thank you, Spirit. It's like just something had really, like, I'm gonna say closed out at some point, and for some reason you're expecting some sort of communication, Eight of Wands, Page of Wands. You're waiting on some sort of communication about a particular situation. And it's like, how are they going to attempt to ostracize me this time? Like, Scorpio, you are really, here's the thing, Scorps. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm going to clarify this real quick before I open my mouth. But, what is this? Spirit, shuffle, 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 shuffle. Firm, try. Scorpio, mental trash. Don't raccoons. I've heard people, some people refer to raccoons as trash pandas. Whoever or whatever you're dealing with, they're like a trash panda, Scorpio. I might cry out of laughter. Thank you, Spirit. So raccoons, I don't know if I have that deck here or not. I don't think it's here on the table with me right now. I have to look. Hang on a minute. Look up the definition of a raccoon, but check out the definition of a raccoon, right? They're little masks, right? They tend to look really cute and cuddly, but raccoons can be very vicious, very mean, right? Spirit's referring to this person, this situation, or this, the way that they're trying to, it's more so, thank you, Spirit, the way they're trying to grab a hold of you mentally. They're like fucking trash pandas. Like, just let it alone. There's all the things out in the woods that you can have and eat, things that are so much more easily attainable, but you want to go dumpster diving. Like, stop. Get out of my garbage can. Get out of my face. Go away. So this person or this situation, I think it's almost bewildering to you, Scorpio, that how, Spirit, thank you. How can you carry this on? It's mind-blowing to you. I don't know. Talk about relentless. Just quit, Spirit. Just here, literally, here's a message for if you are watching for Scorpio to see what Scorpio's next move is. Spirit, just stop. There is a protection you cannot see. There are forces, Spirit, holy shit, there are forces you do not know. So just stop. Craziest message. I've never had like a warning come through for someone else creeping on you, Scorpio. I'm hearing what Spirit's saying, and I'm not quite, I know I could say exactly as it comes through to me, right? But I don't know that I want to that way on those terms. Spirit is addressing it as like, don't see it as like karma being a bad thing, right? It is the balance of what we do. It's what we get paid back. It's what our exchange is for what we choose to do. Doesn't matter if it's good, bad, indifferent, like it comes back around. But karma does, I think we've defined it as a way to show you do shitty things, you get shitty rewards, right? Play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. Spirit's asking you not to be vengeful, not to get caught up in something. Some people could go out and, if you've got a raccoon in your garbage can, some people would set a trap. Some people would put out food poisoning or whatever they call it. Not food poisoning, but, oh, damn it. Bait, whatever it is. They poison the animals, like rat poisoning or whatever. Other people would shoot it. Other people would just try to catch it and release it, right? Like it's an eradication of the problem. It's eradication of this poison or this person or this thing, right? if they're doing things for the wrong reasons, and Scorpio, I'll tell you too, maybe if you flip the roles, is it you as well? Are you digging up the trash too? It's all about the intention, and I tell you guys this constantly, and I truly do mean it, and Spirit truly does mean it. Why are we doing what we're doing? Does it make sense? Is it beneficial? Thank you. I got the chills. Spirit. It's like when you say something, is it true? Is it kind? What are the rules? I can't remember. For like the things that we say, is it necessary? Is it helpful? Is it kind? Like, does it serve a purpose? If not, just shut up. Right? So it's like, are someone's actions, their mental prowess here is to be deceptive, right? With the Five of Swords, it is to gain some sort of advantage. And they may present it like they've got it all figured out. They don't, Scorpio. The gift has exchanged hands, is what I'm hearing. Don't let your emotions run you amok. And I don't think you are, but I think you're also taking a look at, vent. I have a lot to say. Sabotage. You know that this person, they like to flap their gums. They like to sound intelligent, and they're not. Like, I'm going to be mean. Sorry. They expect people to listen on their demand or command, is what I'm also hearing from Spirit. So, Scorps, if you're dealing with a particular situation, literally, I am deliberately working to undermine your efforts and place obstacles on your path. And I have a lot to say about a situation, and I need a good listener. Scorpio, I think you're trying to decipher through the mental muck of like, am I being overzealous? Am I being too emotional? Am I not seeing something? Like, you're really trying to talk out what is transpiring around you and make it make sense. Like, what do I need to do here? Should I do something? So, this Five of Swords. What is this about, Spirit? Oh, Four of Wands. The past. I said it's like they won't let you go, right? The weight of what happened between us still lingers. I'm not yet over our past. Somebody here isn't over the past. And here, it's mutual. We're on the same wavelength, good or bad. That's interesting, Scorpio. Are you hanging on to this too, deceit? I have ill intentions and maybe planning on deceiving you. Five of Swords. No shit, right? I do think that somebody, it's perception, it's perspective of how you see the situation. You know, this reminds me of somebody who, thank you, Spirit, takes things personally, right? Everything is you did that to hurt me, right? Scorpio, I feel like you have done a lot of healing around this. So you may be needing, okay, thank you, Spirit. Jesus, that makes sense now, finally. You are trying to stay into that healed side of who you are, right? It's like with that Eight of Swords and that Eight of Wands, it's like, I have moved past this point in my life, right? I have gone beyond this, and I'm still afraid that I'm going to get this communication or word of something. Nine of Pentacles, like, I've come too far, too long, too hard to get here. I don't want something coming in and upending my mindset, right? It's like you're in the past pain, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune, the Three of Swords. You're afraid that that's going to come back to, I don't say haunt you in a bad term, like, oh gosh, like something you did is necessarily coming up. I mean, it could, but it's more so, I don't want to repeat the past, right? Like, I have learned, I have grown, I have done things differently. I have looked at it from another perspective, and it's been a hard fought ride to do this, but I've done it. And, so it's, you know, it's one of those things. See that Six of Wands, look, boils down to it, Scorpio, whatever you've done, somebody's just pissed. Somebody's pissed that you're having Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, balance in your own life. So your 6 and 9 is the balancing yin and yang energy. They see you balanced out, more pure than probably ever before. That irritates the hell out of them, that Knight of Swords. I'm not a fan of his at all. Aggression, anger, passive, just right, sharp toned words, tongue, whatever. And you are poised, trying to handle yourself, and you may not be showing anything on the surface, but I do feel like there are moments where your mind might be running you a little bit, and you're trying to stay out of it. You're trying to remind yourself of how far you've come, that that's not necessary, and you can take on, Spirit, you can take on the world. So Scorpio, don't let these people, or this 9, and listen, did I say earlier 9 and 10, 9 and 10 or something? Yeah, right? 2 9s and a 10 again. That had to be you, because I haven't done it. It had to be you. 9 and 10, 8 9 10, 9 and 10, 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 2 of Swords again showing itself. I feel like the 2 of Swords is you trying to protect yourself. Mentally trying to protect yourself because you know how fucked up a situation can be. Has Scorpio healed, Spirit? I feel that, Scorpio, you've done a lot of healing around this particular 7 of Pentacles. Oh, 8 set, literally, Scorpio. 7, 8 of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Strength card. It's a test, Scorpio. 3 of Pentacles. It's a test. It's a test. It's a test. It's a test. It is a test. So whatever is mentally rolling around it, I don't think anything is happening per se right now, but there are slow-moving events that are transpiring, right? Literally 7 of Swords. Someone's trying to be a sneaky motherfucker, right? Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. This moon to the full moon, I would go the next, Scorpio, the next month out, right? Next month, maybe even over the next 2 to 3 months, honestly. This is a test of what you have learned. This thing that you may not be able to make heads and tails of as to why someone is being a shithead again. What have you learned? 7 of Pentacles. You have gone in. You've done the healing. You've worked with the right people. You've really tried to find some sort of collaborative effort. It could have been undermined and just disregarded and ignored for so long. And now, Scorpio, it's like now you're going to implement the work that you have done. Spirit's like, this is new, right? And literally, as I look down here too, I didn't even realize 7, 8, and then the underneath, the 9 of Pentacles. 7, 8, 9 of Pentacles, Scorpio. That's a massive upgrade. You are showing up so much better than you have, and for some of you, maybe your whole life, right? You've done the work, you're seeing the reward, and it's like someone's trying to make you question your capabilities. 32 on the clock. Someone wants you to go back to the way it was, Scorpio. And when it says it's mutual, Scorpio, I don't think that the mutual is you looking at it back to the beginning. Thank you, Spirit. You're not coming in as ill-intended, okay? You may have moments of like, you know, you want to like chew off your own arm because of it all. But the difference here, Scorps, is you're feeling the emotion of like, I don't know if you thought it would be like rainbows and butterflies, or you thought something would close out faster. But what you're not understanding is you have closed out a big chapter of a situation. And this is kind of like the test phase of who really did do the work, who really did try, who showed up authentically for the benefit, you know, that 3 of Pentacles, the benefit of everybody. Who took those people and those lessons and used it as growth for the better. And that's the thing here. I think you're questioning if you're deceiving yourself. Like, have I done enough? Am I doing something wrong? Scorpio, 8 of Swords. Somebody wants you to believe that you have, right? And I'm not saying don't take accountability, because we do need to reflect on ourselves and can we do better, right? But don't creep back into the past. Don't let their negative crap, you know, seep into your mind, right? It's like poison. So make sure you're kind of staying removed from the situation so that that's not happening. Look at this. Greed. I'm pursuing wealth and power with no regard for ethical or moral boundaries. That's what you're dealing with, Scorpio. They're watching you, 7, 8, 9. They want to reconnect for that purpose. And literally, chaos. I'm a magnet for trouble. It's not my fault. I leave a trail of mayhem behind me. I'll sabotage you every time. Or at least try to. They don't know when to quit, Scorpio. So this is a test for you. You guys, it's a test. It's a test. It's a test of the emergency broadcast system. Your test is this trash panda. It's a shame because I like raccoons. They're cute. They can be vicious though, right? They're hissing. You don't want to have a raccoon as a pet. And if those SOBs come out in the daylight, you know they've got rabies or something. So I don't know. Maybe you're dealing with a rabid trash panda, Scorpio. Oh goodness. Let me see. I do have that book here. Hang on. The stretch. Scorpio is dealing with a rabid trash panda. The way that things get represented. Oh my gosh. Let me see. I've got the book here. I don't know where the deck is, but I'm going to read this to you. So here's the raccoon. This is Kim Cran's Wild Unknown Tarot. Raccoon. They can be talented, shadowy, and in hiding. Raccoon energy is at play within all artists to greater or lesser degrees. At best, it indicates talents, tenacity, and skillfulness with a particular musical instrument or creative tool. Its shadow side points to an unresolved issue around self-image and success. Scorpio, I just said, they see you moving up. They see you being poised. Do they want? It's jealousy. I mean, there's no other way to slice that. Sometimes using a stage name or wearing a mask works in an artist's favor. Other times, it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? Scorpio, I said to you, and I don't mean to keep pausing, but it's the authenticity. It's the genuineness of who you are, right? You can show up and just be you, and you don't have to pretend to be somebody or something that you're not, right? You show up. I said there's a nurturing, caring, loving energy that comes from you, and it's natural. It doesn't have to be forced or pretend. This is somebody dealing with insecurities, and they're watching you and they can't figure it out. It says, again, other times it limits creativity. Am I who my audience thinks I am? What if I am ready to grow into something more? It spirit stops me again. Also know that do not confine yourself, Eight of Swords, self-imposed restrictions, to the idea or limiting beliefs of where another person is telling you you're supposed to be. Reach for the stars. Scorpio, this is also a test in your ability of confidence within yourself as well, right? The raccoon, or what if I am ready? Yeah, what if I'm ready to go into something more? Raccoon energy won't let us off the hook until this creative ego fear is resolved. When it's in balance, you're a generous friend and an exceptional artist. When you're out of balance, you're a competitive, starving artist. To bring into balance, make new work. And the 7, 8, and 9 of Pentacles is new work, right? It is the investment into new work and watching it grow and continue to grow. Scorpio, I think it's a dual message here for you, that you are likely dealing with somebody, but also in part some part of that somebody, Scorpio, that you're dealing with is you. That questioning your own ability to succeed as well. So I do think that this person or this situation is coming into kind of poisoning the mind. And it's kind of like that potion or spell, right, for cutesies, that may be creeping in. And I think you're trying to find the antidote this weekend to keeping your mind in a good and healthy space. So focus on what you want to create for yourself, right? Spirit, what is Scorpio's best resolve this weekend for any mindsets, literally adjustments, work, and gravity? Look, Scorpio, you are a magnet for all things beautiful. Plain and simple. You attract everything. Work, putting yourself into work, labor, earning money, livelihood. Invest in something that you're good at this weekend. So if you like to garden. If you like to work. We as humans tend to get into things that will distract us from things. But I think, Scorpio, you need something that you are naturally gifted and talented at, whether it's peopling or isolation, not isolation, but solidarity. I don't know, whatever it is that you are an active role in that you are good at, participate in that. Could just be going out with friends and being the life of the party, right? I don't know. But you need to adjust back into some feel-good energy instead of feeling so worn out and tired and just kind of toiled by this situation around you, because your efforts will pay off. You've got a potential and potent energy that drags you forward, 40:04 on the clock. Spirit is asking you to stay in that higher vibrational energy. Don't shoot the trash, Panda. Adjust. Like, put it in a trap and drop it off somewhere, right? Take it, Spirit, take it to the pound. So, I don't know. Grateful Dead. I love that card. Adjust. Adjust, Scorpio. Adjust. Meditate. Adjust. Clear your mind. Cleanse your mind. You are going to be fine. Scorpio, I'm leaving it there. I hope this message helped you. Like, share, subscribe, comment. Personal reads are open and available. That information for the email can be found in the description box below, as well as the About section of the page. Reminder, the turnaround time on emails right now is about 24 to 48 hours. I'm trying to juggle a few things myself, to be honest. And the new moon read will be out for channel members as well. And as always, thank you for your donations. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Without you, I could not do this. Sending you all so much love. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.